Hi everyone, Paul Lang from Disciplined Trading Strategies with this week's Trade of the Week video. This is for the week ending 7/31 of 2022. The stock was CPNG. This happened on Thursday the 27th. It was an early trade, entry shortly after open, only lasted about a half hour. That's the way this one was kind of designed. Based on a 60-minute DTS sell setup entry on a 1-minute DTS buy setup failure pattern, the management advanced reward to risk 2.0 to 1, but again, that all happened in about 30 minutes. Before we get to that trade, as usual, what's going on this week at DTS? There is Wednesday, the DTS Special Event, an educational event, what is consistent trading. If it sounds familiar, this was rescheduled from last week. It was changed to this week. So August 3rd, Wednesday, 5 o'clock. If you're a DTS member, you will get your invite automatically. If you're not a DTS member, go over to the DTS homepage and find out how you can become a free member. Here's the daily chart of CPNG. May look weird to you that this is a short, but what we do is we look for trends on certain time frames. This one happened to be developed on the 60-minute chart. And the daily chart to me does not negate this trade. The reason is because we are still pulling back. It's been a very fertile area to be looking at daily charts once they begin their pullbacks. And this is a day trade that lasted for a half hour. And it happened very quickly, had a nice move, so the daily chart was not a problem. It's not the reason for the trade. It simply, to me, allowed this trade. We're going to open right at the bottom of that red bar from the prior day, which is a little helpful sign because it gapped up that prior day, and you can tell the stock was not ready to move higher yet. It sold off. We open here, and that bottoming tail is what I ended up taking short for that morning. Hourly chart gives you a little better view of the actual strategy. This was considered to be a 60-minute DTS sell setup, opening there, and that big red bar is what was captured first thing in the morning, that opening half hour. You can see a little more detail here on the 5-minute chart. We're going to open right there. This particular trade, you can see it ran all the way up to here, which could have been a good entry possibly. I felt it was a little too aggressive on this trade because you're not sure that daily chart's not going to pop. I wanted to see that run up and fall down. And then it ended up being entered right in there. You can't see that entry on the 5-minute chart. You'll see it on the next one. Target number 1 and target number 2. Not far off the low of the day. Could have been a little bit better, but not bad. 1-minute chart shows you the entry was actually on a 1-minute DTS buy setup failure right in there, and then target 1 and target 2. One of my favorite concepts, I do have these charts on the screen very often, the daily charts that had good rallies and then are already pulling back. Not the beginning of the pullback, but somewhere in the middle once they're clearly beginning to start that decline. They seem to be very good entries recently on this type of a setup. It's not a new strategy or a special strategy. It's simply the strategies that I always use and simply keeping my eyes open as to what works every day. If you like trades like this, you can head over to the DTS homepage and go to the Trading Room and Letters tab, and there you can find out how you can become a member of the DTS Trading Room. Until next time, this is Paul for DTS. Good trading, everybody.